We're here with Cal State Northridge men's soccer head coach Terry Davila. A victorious senior day, 1-0 win against Cal State Fullerton. Great way for your senior class to go out. Can you just share your thoughts about the way your team has just persevered, especially during the latter half of the season, and found ways to win?
You know what? I mean, we were plugging the whole game. We were trying to get at it, and we got a little bit desperate in the second half. We started sending we got a little bit too long balls, maybe too many long balls. As you see, it was a great switch on the left side. Yuval found Renee found Cameron Sims back in the net, man, and it was a good way to go win it. And I wish we could have done it sooner, but I guess it's the way our season's been going. It's kind of dramatic.
Constantly knocking on the door throughout the whole entire game. In front of the net, shots just barely going wide or just barely going high. As a coach, what do you do to keep your team focused and keep pressing on to get that one shot that will make the difference in the game?
Well, Yossi and I is just, we talk about this is who we are, this is what's happening, and we stay in the moment. It's not about what you did, it's how you recover from it, and that's what's kind of been our theme towards the end of it. And I like the way we're recovering and being persistent about it. So you kind of caught the gist of what we're trying to go do.
It was a bit of a chippy game today. There was a lot of fouls, a lot of yellow cards and stuff. Do you think that...
You had yellow cards?
Oh, I mean,
No
well,
cards.
maybe not yellow cards.
18 fouls each.
A lot of fouls, yeah. Do you think this kind of chippiness, the Big West tournament's coming up soon, do you think this kind of chippiness shows that your team has a lot of toughness and is ready for big matches in the tournament?
Well, Fullerton's a tough team. We were very evenly matched as you look at the results. 2 overtime wins, one by them, one by us. And it was going to be a tight game. 2 teams going at it. There was nothing reckless in that game. I thought it was a well-officiated game. And I thought the better team won today, in my opinion. Fullerton may have a different point of view of it, but that's my point of view of it, and I'm allowed to have it.
You can talk a little bit about the emotion before the game, having the parents here on senior day, really emotional win after an emotional ceremony.
Well, you know what? I mean, Yossi and I have took pride in one of the things that we wanted to improve on is graduating our athletes. And having 10 seniors come through our program, it just shows the improvement of our APR and our kids graduating, and we're very ecstatic about that. And one of the things that you promise the parents when they come through here is that they'll get the degree, and having 10 players come through your program in 1 year to get a degree, it's almost as good as this victory, and it's more important for them in the future. For right now, this victory feels good, but for them in the future, them getting their degrees is huge, and we're very proud of that as an athletic department and as the men's soccer program.
Coach, out of the last 5 games with Fullerton, 4 have gone into overtime, 2 this season. What is it about the way you guys match up with them that you think creates so many overtimes?
We're both very similar. We're both very similar. We both kind of get the same type of kids, good kids that want to play, and I admire their staff. They've turned around that program, and I don't think there's hardly any seniors on that program, and they're going to be a team to reckon with in the future in this Big West League. Bobby's got them back on track along with Adam Reeves, and we're honored to play them, and it's good for our conference how good they're becoming.
Northridge has the inside track as of now as far as with the Big West tournament, but still Saturday's action not only in our game versus UC Irvine, but also with UC Davis and Santa Barbara. What are you going to tell your guys going into Saturday's match at UC Irvine?
We control our own destiny. We don't have to depend on anybody else. We got to play a good game against probably one of the top teams in the West, Irvine, and we just got to see how good we are. We're going to match up. We're going to go, for points over there. George doesn't expect anything less. Irvine wants us to compete with them, and it's good for both of us. It's going to be a good game, probably against one of the best teams in the West, if not the best team in the West.
Coach, going forward, you have to be pretty proud of your defensive effort from your team. I mean, you gave up no points. They had less shots on goal than you did. You really got after them defensively. Was that the game plan? Yeah,
one of the things is that, you got to rely on your defense. I mean, if you play great defense, they're not going to score on you. And of course, the beauty of the game is the offense, and we're still trying to continue to improve on that, but we want to rely on our defense and our team defense, not just our back line, but our team defense.
Talk about how much your team has been through. You can talk about just how close this team is. Just watching them on the field, you never see them get after one another as far as bickering or disagreeing. Just talk about how close your team is.
The character of these kids, there's some great kids. It's pretty evident of 10 of them graduating. They get the big picture, and they buy into one another, and they play for one another. They play for the school, they play for the program and one another, they play for themselves. I mean, Matty, saying that we're going to do it for you seniors is big, and that's when you have a program, and that's to know when the kids are getting it. That's when the kids are getting the big picture. If you only judge by wins and losses, then you know, it's not the right thing. They're judged by how they act and their character that they show towards one another. I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of them.
Coach Davila, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Coach.
Next game this Saturday against UC Irvine.